Hello and good. Welcome back to doing miscellaneous things. So, yeah, I'm just gonna continue what I was doing last time, which was finally I was gonna go back to that, try to do the line thing again, and then a friend popped up like, "Hey, let's play a game." So I went to go do that, and he promptly then disappeared for the next number of hours, so I didn't even really get to play games. Second. Very boring, big waste of time. Sitting around waiting for him for like 3 hours or something before he finally showed up, saying that he was going to be there in a second and never was. So that was fun. Never ended up getting to play games in the end. Ah, there you go. Okay. So let's see what we're going to do about this today. So, again, I don't even know where I should start with this damn thing. I'll probably get rid of all of these commented out stuff. Clearly not using any of that anymore. So again, what the world am I doing here? I want to find what tiles a line overlaps. Why is this a difficult thing? We have the starting location. We have the ending location of a line. I don't even know where to go with this thing, because there shouldn't be anything wrong. Maybe I should just try to build this entire thing from absolute scratch. Just erase it all and go again. Minimize you. I'll leave the viz thing in. We're gonna have the loop. No, just delete it all, because if I go through thing by thing and work out what I want to remove, I'm not going to be able to remove anything, because it already is what I want it to be. I just don't understand what part is missing or broken or where the math went wrong. Anyway, let's give this thing a go. It's crazy how much I warm up when I start doing programming. I feel like a computer CPU. It's like you open up a program, the fan starts spinning because it's heating up a whole lot. It's like it just takes so much mental energy to prepare the doing of stuff. Especially since I just, like, don't care about people anymore. Oh my god, all week, nothing but really dumb people. Like, people who seem to have, like, a piece of their brain missing. Ugh, I've had too many of those people in a row this week. Oh my god. Especially with that whole thing that's going on in New Zealand. Oh my god. Apparently a lot of people thought the same as that Prime Minister that got egged. People I know. It's like, damn, man. Why? What went wrong here? How did this become a thing that people think's okay? Anyway, so that's just entering the tiles, whatever. So, we're going through this thing twice because there's a thing. Okay, let's not care about that either. So, we're just starting the math visualization thing going so we can see what's happening. Our output of our tiles, and our output of our tiles have just been offset by 0.5, so they're in the middle of the tile to make it easier to see in the visualizer. Stopping the visualizer, and then looping the whole thing again with the line in a new position on the next frame. Oh. Okay. So, what do I want to do? Okay, so I have a line. The line's got a starting point and an ending point. Let's assume the starting point is at 0, 0, or wherever. But then maybe that's why one of my problems is I'm getting all confused, because 0, 0 in screen space is greater in the y and less in the x to be this corner down here. This is where I imagine 0 being. So then the other one would be up in the other corner, so positive x and negative y. I don't know, whatever. So I'm going to assume it's a sort of a line like that. Did I delete the part where it draws the line? I think I did. I can literally get it from here. So let's just grab you. So this is supposedly my line. Line 0 to line 1, which I called this line A for reasons. Let's just keep it at line A because I can. Line equals line A 0, line A 1. You know what, let's just do the full deep copy. Deep copy of line A. So I don't have instancing problems. Okay. It's just airflow from my fans annoying me. So now I go over here and I go to wherever the thing is. Boop. Don't still have that browser lag, right? Interesting how I can't click this. Oh yeah, that's right. For some reason I can't click this while that's up. Pop the zoom button. Anyway, there we go. So we've got line A, line B, it's spinning around. Interesting how line A is the same color as the line. I think I did actually design it to be like that. Okay, that is what I want. Then it's just gonna spin around. So now I want to get every tile in the X or something like that. Okay. No, I want to get the stepping thing. So I want to get how much Y it's got and then divide the X by that, and how much X it's got and divide the Y by that. So I don't know what names the thing should be. Is step is what I call that. Step is equal to I gotta get the length, the size first. So the relative size in the X and the Y, which is... I could do that either way around, can't I? How do I do this again? Yeah, just one minus the other and apps it. So I just say line 0, 0 minus line 1, 0, and apps it. And do the same thing again for the X, for the Y, I mean. Okay, it's too cold to have not have a fan. Where's my music's at? Too hot to not have a fan. Today's been a weird day. Suddenly had like a spontaneously massively huge thunderstorm out of absolute nowhere for about 10 minutes. Unbelievably loud. It was crazy. It was shaking the whole house around the place. It was really weird. The floor was vibrating and things. I'm sure if it wasn't just a whitewash of rain outside, I could have probably literally seen the lightning hitting the tops of buildings out my window and stuff like that. It was that loud. Surprised there wasn't a power cut. It's crazy. Yeah, I couldn't see any further than like half a block away. Not even probably. It was just that heavy all of a sudden. And then it warmed up again. So nice when it started to cool off for a couple of minutes though. So that should be the relative, how much of X there is for each Y and how much Y there is for each X. The size of a tile we have is 1, so for every full integer is 1 tile. And there we go. So... this... oh wait. Hang on, no, that's the size. Okay, now we've got to get the step. So... that's just size... yeah, this gets confusing because I want to know how much... okay, so I want to be going through the X first. For every X, I want to know how much it goes in the Y. So that should be size 1 divided by size 0. Okay. And just flip-flops. Okie dokie. So I have the size and I have the steps, which is sort of what all of that stuff was doing that I removed, or whatever. MathViz things. I guess I could put them back into the MathViz just to see if it's working. You know what, let's do that. You know, just check my math. So how does this work? So that's just pushing two things in, and then this is saying it's connected to line A. Line A gets the thing, so it should be just this, I believe. So I want to store that. This would be step X, I guess. Step X is step 0. This would be the Y. So this is how much is going up in the Y for every X. And this is how much in the X for every Y. And I broke it. Damn it, tabbing. Oh, I didn't turn on the chat, did I, properly? Boop. Hello, person that is here. Feel free to ask questions if you don't know what's going on. Just turn on my chat. So, does that actually look like when it fades away while green? Does it do the fadey thing correctly? Green should have been transparent before. Hello. Whatever. The fading thing looks fine. Mr. Bracket. Where have I missed a bracket? What have I done? Probably this thing expecting something to be a thing. Yep. There we are. Damn it, now my tab's all messed up again. Nope. 158. What have I done? Oh. Other way around. This entire thing is an object. My accuracy is really off today. I've been playing a ton of Warframe. There we go. Okay, I immediately don't see anything. Because this is just a single number. Location, so that one is the Y, so X will be 0. This one's the X, so Y will be 0. Interesting. Okay, how about we also do the same thing with size so I can see what the size is. I mean, I don't really have to say the X and the Y part, but whatever. Which this one is going to be the right way around. So that is that, this is this. Nice and simple. You would be a 1. Does size work? No. Weird things are happening. Oh, it's not accounting for the offsetty part. X's are X's, Y's are Y's. Why am I so terrible? You are clearly more than this. I'm confused. Why do I feel like I'm so terrible today? It's just a simple size getting thing. Just the X minus the X. The Y minus the Y. We apps it, because if it's the wrong way around, it's going to be a negative value. We don't know which way around it's going to be, so... Why is this not right? Line is line. Line is a deep copy of line A. Deep copy means anything that happens to line A doesn't happen to line. Line is line. 0 for the first one, 1 for the second one. Did size is size. I mean, it's not backwards, because... I think I might just get confused with the other two things. Maybe. Okay. Maybe that is correct? Why is this confusing me so? Okay. It's just the offset confuses me. Or something. I don't know. Let's just pretend that's correct. This is going to be a terrible day. Okay. So that would have just gone off into infinity. How would I exactly see what's going on here? So... if this was a diagonal line, we should have... So that's past diagonal now. I don't know, maybe this is correct. I don't really know. I mean, it feels like it's correct from how it's moving. But it's hard to judge when it's offset from the center. So let's just not care and move on. Okay. Losing viewers now. Okay. So, what do I want to do? With those two things, assuming they are correct, I want to get where things would be on the line. How can I do this without having to worry about where positive and negative numbers are? I mean, the size is the size regardless, the length is the length regardless, everything's been apt, that's okay, so the only thing that matters is which one's around what way. So we want it always to be one way for one thing and another way for the other thing, so if we're going down the X stuff, this one would always have to be the first one. And if we're doing the Y one, this one would have to be the first one to make it go... Well, actually, that one had to be the first one to make it go always the same direction. So let's try doing that, because before I was just flipping one thing around in certain conditions, which means that I believe I didn't want to do this because it required more math. I don't know why, though. So let's just go with that. Okay, so for I in size 0, for each thing we move in the X, we then want to do a thing in the Y. So we want to add 2 tiles, I believe. How was I doing it before? So just say location and then this thing. And we probably want to grab that part too. Try not to copy too much from there, because otherwise I'm basically making the same thing. Okay. So we want to say location. Damn, fans annoying me again. Oh, could we simplify this a little bit? Okay, so at the start, let's say I don't know who said who. Damn it. Location is equal to the original location relative to the X stuff, which we don't have right now, so we just know where it is because we just see it. So A would be the first one. So A would be 0. Well, let's just get the 0 thing. So line 0, 0, line 0, 1. What could I have done? I don't know, I feel like this is possibly a thing. No, I mean it's not really, because we just offset this at the end, so... I mean, I guess we could just do it now. Whatever, that's the line location, and then we want to add... we want to say location 0 plus equals... plus equals 1 times I. So I could just say I. And the 1 will go up by step 0. Okay. Yeah, that should be, yep. Nope. Unless it's just because of locations or something? Nope. Let's have this spin the other way around. So that should be a number. Yep, that should be going apparently 7 times. So this should be running. Location is equal, let's just say 0, 0. Nope. So then we say I, then we say step 0. Times I? Even doesn't really matter, it's not displaying anything in the first place anyway. Okay. Tiles is tiles, location is location, flooring, plussing, that is this is that. We go through here. Through tiles, tiles is a thing, this should be a thing, that should all be working perfectly. Why isn't this working? So it's running, right? No. Is breaking. Ah, because I did the wrong type of loop. I equals 0. I is less than size. I plus plus. There we are. So let's add that back because why not? Okay. So that's looking good. Now we just got to offset for the offset within a tile from here, because this would basically be correct if it was from the 0 corner of the tile. Yep. So wait, is that not what that already does? Hang on. So that's its actual location. Should that not be already what that does? Apparently not. Nope, it's jumping too early. So how do I do this again? Okay, maybe not. It looks like it's just appearing at the lowest point. No, it's still jumping too fast then. No, yeah, it should be at the highest point. All of these think they're at the highest point of the line. Even then, where would it have to be for that to be the highest point? Because it's clearly intersecting with that one. It thinks it's down here? Or maybe... yeah, it'd have to be like down there or something. Okay, let's just move you back to 0, 0. And... just get things working from there. So this should be correct, it's not. Or is it? Hang on. Let's not round stuff. That'll better show things off. Okay. So that seems to be fine. Just looking at the wrong things. Do the numbers change at the right time? They appear to be. Although they're not. They're not, are they? Well, they do appear to be. Oh yeah, the problem is they're too slid, they need to slide them back. They should be following the grid. So, to get them to follow the grid, I do what? How do I fix that problem again? I can't just offset to the X, that's where that other magical thing was that I created and didn't really understand was. So I need to get the ratio for the offset, just like I got the ratio for the size. And that's what I'd have to do to move it down. So if I want to move this back to that line, I have to move it down by the same relative amount. Okay. Did you get that? Let's just call it offset. Offset shall be... Yeah, that was a thing I had to recalculate, because that would depend on stuff. That would depend on where the 0 point is. Unless I built 4 different ones. There wouldn't be 4 different ones, there would only be 2 different ones, but which one I use would depend on the thing, which is why I had 2 of them. I think I was doing... Who cares what I was doing? It didn't work. So, I need to get... Let's just grab this thing. So, your location... I need to get the modulus of that. Modulus 1, I believe it was. Modulus 1. Yep, that works. Although it gives me weird numbers, but who cares? Good enough. So that's the leftover one for that one, that's the leftover one for this one, so that's my offset for location. And I guess step offset, or step off, offset step. That'll do. So the offset step will be the offset divided by the whatever the other one is. Okay, so that would mean offset 1 divided by offset 0, and offset 0 divided by offset 1. Same as size and step, offset and offset step. Okay, so now I can minus offset from this, which is just a one-off thing, which I think should just be minus offset. Okay. And to this one, I would have to minus offset S. And this would just be a one-off. Doesn't have anything to do with any of that stuff. Okay, so that should just move the dots down the line so they're on the line. Other lines. Or it breaks, you know. Well, what number was that? 159. And something broke. I got a nada. How do I get a nada? Seems like it should all be fine. Kitty cat. Oh, the bathroom door's on. Enough. Go back.
Pleasing, that the movie portrayed the world that you had seen in the it was an overwhelming experience because although I had seen most of the Russians various times over the previous couple of years,
And back.
the first time I saw it, the sound was an important element, and it was an interesting experience. It was wonderful. I've actually 8 times.
Okay. So which one of these is apparently not a thing? Or have I made a mistake somewhere else? They are both nada, okay. Ah. Because that's 0001. Okay. So things, but clearly not right. I mean, it's on the line. Everything's just been moved down too much. So, is this the wrong way around? Huh. Okay. Is this the wrong way around? No. I am confused. No. Huh. Okay. Is it because of that? I doubt it. That is going to actual location. I don't know. So, if I wanted to move down, this is offset across by how much that's across. So I need to move it back by that. Back by that would be offsetting by negative offset. Offset 0, 0, modulus 1 is how much relative to the tile that is offset. Okay. So, if I do that, it should be on the line, but not on the diagonal line. Yes. So now I need to move it down by the relative same amount. So, for how much across that is, how much down is that? What? How does that work again? This is relative to a whole thing. Would that not just be 1? No. I'm pretty sure that should be this. Well, that is massively huge. It should definitely be that way around. But that seems exactly the same. Okay, what is this number? Almost 1. Do I have it backwards? I don't know how I've done that. What is this? I'm not doing it times, am I? Oh, that's what it wants to... No, that's not what it wants to be. This number is always the same. It should always be the same. What did I do in the other one? Not caring about the inverting part. We're just doing the modulus whatever the first one was. Oh, we're doing this to the stepping, not to the whatever thing. That's what it wants to be. Yeah, who's messaging me on Facebook? Okay, now people want to play games. Of course they do. So, let's put step 3 here then, okay. Tabs are all out of order. Nope. It's not a 1. No. Is it the other way around? There we are. Sort of. Huh? Okay, now how do I get rid of the sliding? I don't suppose I just plus it instead of minus it or something, do I? No, that one should definitely be a minus. Maybe this one's a plus. I mean, that... I don't understand this! Again, what is going on? What is the problem? The problem that each of these dots is offset by the same distance as the start to the tile. Okay. To move it across, I'd also have to move it down. How much would I have to move it down? The down is the slightly weird thing to do with the step, so that should be to the 1. This should be just the simple offset to the side. So that should most definitely just be this. Okay. So now I gotta work out how much down it is for that. Alright, the more up I go, the more extreme the angle is, that's the one to do with the steps. So you should most definitely be S. S. I don't know why it's to do with the step, but the step is what it's to do with. That's not right at all. Try flipping it. Not right at all. Try adding it. Nope. Nope. Uh-huh. Oh, well, that's wrong. Okay. That's consistent, but wrong. Maybe because I got a minus. There we are. So that is how that's supposed to be, except this now disappears before it reaches the end. To fix that, I have to add offset to here. Okay. That appears to be working correctly. Now my problem is, other than this beginning one, how do I get this to work? Once it gets into the negative x's. But how do I fix that beginning problem, actually? I don't want that to be moving off of this starting tile, because it's not in this tile. It's not in 1, 1, it's in 1, 2. So how do I fix that thing from sliding back? I know I can't simply just remove it, because that causes a problem. It just has to not be less than the start. How do I make it not less than the start? Preferably without having to add an extra condition for it. Because this thing has to run bajillions of times a second. I wonder if that thing literally goes until infinity. Probably skips over it, does a little bit before and a little bit after infinity. So I think if it ever reached infinity, it would be an error, but I don't know, maybe they have accounted for it. So how do I get rid of that? The problem is the minusing of the y. I need it to minus, but not go below 0. If it's at 0, I need it to stop. Because this thing, if I remove that... so yeah, if I move this to be afterwards... then this should always be 0 for the first one. No. Well, then why can't I just skip the first one? because I know where the first one's position is at all times. It's just the first one. So why would this be a problem, ever? Maybe that problem was something to do with something else. So if I just say that you're a 1, and then initial tile is assumed. Okay. So that puts the first point always on there. It should never leave. This should be fine. So then I gotta get the negatives to work. So how do I get the negatives to work? So this line should be the same as that line, but on the other side, which it isn't because the offset for where these points are different. So I can't just say -1, because they won't line up with the vertical lines anymore. So how do I have that line up with the vertical lines, but not be what it is? So what if I try to change perspective? If you were on the other side of the screen and upside down, then this line would be the same as that line. Does that help me in any way at all? I want to do this without requiring conditions to see which angle it's at, other than just one condition. I can have one condition, just to tell which sort of translation I need for it. So how would I do that? I don't know. It's sort of easier just to think of it being on the other side. And then the offset, instead of being from 0 here, it's just from 0 there. I know that works, because that's how I did it before. It works perfectly. Then to get the other two parts to work, I just invert it. So if it's underneath, it's now just -1. Okay, that's not a thing. That would also have a problem. Okay. So do I want to build conditions for all 4 possible... Well, it's actually 2 possible things. Left to right and up and down. Positive and negative on the x's and y's. So I could just code it to be one or the other. No. No, I should be able to do this without doing any of that, I reckon. I should just, without any conditions, be able to know all locations at any angle. Okay. Maybe... Okay, how about I do this the long way? I think I'm going to do this the long way. The long way would be I just have a different condition for every single version of this. Am I going to do that? Whatever, let's just do it that way. Then I know the math works for each quadrant, and then I can just, you know, code it to be more streamlined or whatever. Or just not care. So this would be if line 0, 0 is less than line 1, 0, then I want that to go. So as soon as this reaches a vertical line, the whole thing will just disappear. Well, the dots will anyway. Yep. Okay. So now I'm going to code the other angle. else. I should just be able to say else. So I believe that should be the same. What is offset? Offset, well, is a thing. I guess this would be a minus instead of a plus, because it's off to the other. This is a negative number, but size is still a positive, so that'll be that. Okay. So location should be the same. Well, this should be the same. Something's up with offset now. Okay, so let's just not worry about the offset thing and not worry about this thing. What do I see? A little bit annoying how I gotta wait for the line to be up. Sure, why not? Let's just pyrote that around by like 90 degrees. Okay. A little less than 90. Probably a little less than that. Yeah, probably more less than that. Oh, that should be fine. Ah, one more. 50 degrees. I sort of want to keep the line the same length because it's what I'm used to. Okay. So that's just plain up, straight up wrong. First problem is it's on the wrong side. So to make it go on the right side, we just minus instead of plus that, but the y is still correct. Next problem, it's offset. Though by the same amount. Okay. So I want to use the same math for that? No. Wrong way around. Okay. So I'm going to plus that, and I'm assuming plus this one. Doesn't have dots on that one because that's the one it's on. Okay. Yeah. So this one is on this tile, this one's that tile, this one's that tile, this one's that one. So one for each X. Okay. That seems to be perfectly acceptable. Now we're going to do that. So if our Y is inverted, then it's going to have to be a sub thing of these. I've got the left and right and the top, now I need the bottom. So let's just continue on with this one, I suppose. If the Y is less than, yep, that one, then this is the one I want to have happen. That should still be working. Yep. Wait, what was that? Why do I have a missing thing? Now this was happening last time as well. Why is there a missing one? This is consistent to my other one in its position. What is so special about that location that stops it from existing? Hit post to join, feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. I mean, it should just be 1 for every X, but then suddenly isn't, and then is again. Is it not actually existing, or do I have an error with my drawing thing? Is one of these things not what it appears to be? Too far. Damn it. Okay. So negative 6, 2, and then to 8, 2. Okay. Why? What's wrong with 7? Okay, how many times do you loop? How many times should it be looping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's telling me, which it says 9. Okay. So what do you log in each time? So we do have a 7. 6 and 2. 7 and 2. Okay. I mean, 0 and 1 are showing. So it's not because it's just got a whole lot of points and then the other ones seem to not for some reason. I don't understand why it has points. That makes no sense to me. I guess some sort of a rounding issue. I mean, they're basically whatever. Round to any sort of level and it's going to be no points. So how did 7 get erased? Is it overlapping? No? Maybe? I doubt it. Where am I looking? What am I looking at? Iron tiles. How are you being stored? I assume you must be getting stored by, well, yeah, your location, and your location is a bit wonky. But 7 is there. But yeah, that says it's an 8, so I'm getting 2 8s. Because it's 7 and a whole lot of stuff, and then a 1. There's my problem. That's why it's missing. That's weird. Whatever. Okay, so no matter what, I gotta be rounding this in some sort of a way. Okay. So let's just say times some number. Wait, it's supposed to be divided. Is it times or times by? Yep. And then divided by. Cool. That should fix that. It didn't fix that. It's still got the 1 there. Okay. Ah, there's not 4. Right. Oh. Get to press that pause button. There we go, my 7's reappeared. So maybe that's all that problem was, in which case it wasn't that problem and maybe my other one does actually work perfectly fine. Maybe not. Either way, I feel like I could do it better. So, back to now doing the negatives. Get rid of the logs. Worked out that problem. It's the only other log, right? Yep. Yeah, I'm supposed to be playing games with friends, but people keep joining. So hello, welcome to the stream, I guess. Feel free to ask any questions if you want to know what's going on. Okay, so then I have an else. I feel like I should have my viewer counter back on again now. Turns it off because I wasn't getting any views, but now I seem to be getting views. So, that should be dealing with the negative x. How do I now deal with the negative y? I guess on top of this I have to... Well, okay, goodbye. I have to put the other thing. Which will probably be a plus because they're both negative, so I'm assuming I just gotta do this. Okay. I should probably also put this on the other one, just in case. That is really annoying how I have to do that, but I can't say round. So it has to be this round and then the floor. Very annoying, adding a whole lot to the performance. That's not right. Looks so pretty though. Y's got to be negative, for one thing. So I assume that. That's to the right one? Yep. Nope. Maybe this is a minus? Okay, how about this? How about I don't do that stuff and just see what this does. Okay. Interesting. Does that mean there's a problem with this part as well? I don't think there should be. Removing that should just make it go over here or something. No, jump back. Okay, that's nice to know. So jump back. So I need to move it forward on the X. Hang on, is it going to do the slidey thing? No, they're all keeping to the line pretty well. Okay. So forward on the X, which I assume should be this one. So I don't need the other one. No, this is forward on the X, so it's going to be that one. Okay. Is that going to move it the right way? Yes. So now I need to move it down, just as I was before. If we're doing the 0, then we're doing the 0. Why is it drifting off? Is this because that needs to be a minus? I doubt it. Let's give it a go. Right, it appears to be working. Okay. So the next problem. That one. So from the looks of this, what exactly did I change? I just put a minus in here, didn't I? I think that's the only difference. I didn't change any of that stuff. I mean, because I'm not really changing any of this stuff on any of them, all of that stuff can just be moved afterwards. And that. This is all within the loop. Wait, where's the loop? This is all the loop. Ah, damn, it's got to be all within the loop. So, each one of these do need their own thing. Damn it. Whatever. Unless I want to put the ifs within the loop. Okay, so apparently all I should need to do for that one is just the same as this. And switch that to be a minus. And that should do the full rotation. Numbers do appear to be changing at the right times, because that was another thing that was happening, is the numbers were flipping up and down like crazy. Sort of like vibrating. No. Okay. So let's just turn you back to being a 0 and flip around the rotation. Okay. So that's doing the drifty offy thing, which the other one was also doing. Wait, so I did change that one other thing. Yeah, that went from a plus to a minus. So that should be a plus. Well, okay then, if that's what that wants to be, then away it is. Okay. So now I've got to do this entire thing again, but for the Y. I imagine I could just put it within another for loop of each one of these things. Good to go. I'd like these ones to be disabled though. I only want to see what the Y is. Okay. So that should just have that one going. That should just... oh. Ah. Oh, I felt weird. Sorry, just did something weird. Yeah, so everything else should just be disappeared. Nothing else should display the entire thing, just that one. Alright, let's flip around the rotations again. Yuki dookie. So now let's get the Y's working. So this is going to be for 1. This would be the offset of 1. And I'm assuming just change all the zeros to 1s. Which would mean flipping that one around. That should be all fine. Away we go. Okay. That seems to be correct. Huh. Wasn't expecting that to work first try. Just you wait and see as everything falls apart. It falls apart. Spectacular fashion. As it does. That one's here, this one's there. That one's here. Zeros, whoops, to 1s. Job done. That still works fine. And then when it gets up to a line, it should flip to the other one. Nope. Something went wrong. Was it disabled still? What did I miss? Did I forget? Is this the wrong loop? Oh, that's the negative one. Okay. I might as well just wait for that to spin all the way around. And... nope. Weird. Well, I know that doesn't work. Let's flip the rotation. I can just see that instantly. So you just appear to be on the wrong side, like everything's inverted. Weird. So that's telling me I remove this, make that a plus, make that a minus? So now my Y is inverted. Just put that there. Okay, now you're well outside your ranges. Nope, something more is going wrong here. Damn. Okay. What do I see you as? It's just the standard. That was just the standard. Okay. So, obviously, I put the minus here, and then I think I just flipped that around, so that's a plus. Hang on, no, I made that one a plus before, didn't I? Yep. Nope. Okay, make that one a plus. Wow, 2 in a row. You're getting very greedy there, Hydration Bot. Okay, so no, that was actually correct. The problem is within the loop here. Yes. You're supposed to be this. So I think I did have everything correct around the first time. No, I didn't. And that's wrong. Okay. Maybe because I gotta flip that around again. So the only difference was the minus. Damn it! I was thinking I just had to add the loop on the outside and then just make the, some things a variable, but no. Okay. So the y is a minus. No, that's the one I had before, wasn't it? Okay. What's going on here? Maybe this is backwards. You are the minus, you are the plus. And if it's not, I'm gonna have to mess with the offset and offset S again. Oh, there we go. Except for how it's not on the right tracks. Okay, damn it. What? Because... What? But... Because it's backwards? But that's back to what it was again! So that is definitely not what I want. That fixes that, but this is the wrong way around. Always the problem. I always got the X's working, but the Y's I could never quite get right. So now that's on the line, but it's not lining up with the thing. I don't suppose that's just zeros, is it? Couldn't be. I might actually just have a problem with the math for the ones. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, maybe not. Okay. So again, what is this? So that looks to me like it's upside down, maybe? I mean, that could just be an illusion, but I feel like how far it is from the top of that is how far it should be from the bottom. Which is a little bit annoying, because that means I need to invert this or something? Oh, this? No, that would just mean this is a minus. Okay, so is this correct on the lines? There eventually. Yes, it's correct on the lines, it's triggering too early. Is this supposed to be flipped? That's something completely different. Well, that seemed to happen pretty quickly. I hate the dog sound the song has. Every time it happens, it sounds like my leaving thing. So, what is the problem? That shouldn't have happened yet. It thinks it's the wrong origin point. That is not... It's, the... But... It shouldn't have even intersected yet. I'm confused. Damn it, kitty. Why are you meowing at me? I was just with you a second ago. Let's give the cat some attention again. We're back. Okay, so this has obviously got the problem of that's supposed to be a negative up. Is that somehow messing with my math because brackets or something? I don't know. Am I now minusing to make it a plus or something? I don't know. What do I see? Trigger's well too early, but it's on the line, damn it. Okay, if it's triggering early, that means X is wrong. So my X is too far down. This needs to be a plus. Wait. Yeah. No. Is it because this needs to be a 0? Oh, I think it is. Change it back to a minus. I didn't change it from... No, because that was copied from the other one. That's a 0. This should be a 1. Why is it upside down? Why is this different from the X? I don't understand. Somehow the math for the Y is different for the X. It should be completely irrelevant. Yet there it is. Maybe it's because it's doing something like that. Huh. Okay. Plus? No, it's the X that's wrong. I mean, no, it's the Y that's wrong. It's up and down. So that's made it back like that again. Which should be the same as if I did this? Okay. So if it's not the X that's wrong, it's the Y that's wrong. How is the Y wrong? No, it's definitely the X that's wrong. For that to be intersecting over there, where would this line have to be in the X? So unless it's like over here or something, I guess, and that's going on forever, which is well too long. Well, not forever, but for well too long. That's wrong. So it's either that, or it thinks it's lower than it actually is. So if I was minusing the X instead of adding or whatever, if this offset was simply backwards, then that would line up, I think. So if it was that distance but underneath, then I feel like that would be the distance. Which would still have it lining up when it's a vertical line as it just did, so it must be this. But by offsetting this, it now just moves the dot upwards and it won't be on the line anymore. So how do I keep it on the line, but also don't? This is the problem I was having last time, damn it. So now it's lining up with the actual line, but not with the grid. So how do I offset them down? Oh, okay. That is literally the point of this thing. Okay. Maybe? So I gotta add that much to this, and too much to that. Is this somehow wrong? I think that's wrong. What is offset? Offset is now a negative number. Maybe that's my problem in a way. Oh, that's weird. Okay, well that did actually change quite a lot. What if I do that? No. What if I do that? Oh, well, there you go. Seems to be working. I was actually start paying attention. I was listening to music. Let's bookmark that one. Oh, I wasn't signed in. How did you lose my sign in? That missed it again. I looked away for a second as I was typing this and went past it. What's my email again? Yes, that seems to be lining up fine. Pause. You're all on the line, you're all in your right grids. Seems perfect. For some reason I now have 3 YouTube accounts. It's given me a new one. Okay. Oop. Okay. So now I gotta get that other quadrant of it working and that one. So let's just flip your rotation-y thingy. I'm not actually sure entirely which one's going to be the next one to go. I'm assuming the other side. And let's offset you by like 40, I think it was. Okay, no, 50. 60? Oh. Here, Diggy. Let's hope that's the right one. So, a copy of that with these flipped to 1s, u being a plus. Is he still positive in the y? That goes over here, this goes over there, 0s to 1s, and I think that's it. Nope. Okay, either I got the wrong one or I messed this up. Is this the one that's running? Yes. Yes, it is. I was still positive in the y, so both of those should be true. Why is that a negative? Wait, since when is this being a negative? I'm very confused. It should be I that became a negative, whatever. Probably why that math part messed me up so much with the brackets. Okay, so this apparently is running... Unless it meant that one. Did I put that in the wrong place? Nope, you're apparently running. Okay, so if you are running, why do I not see anything? Seven times? Whatever. So, step 1 times I to the that was offsets, is that because that's not right? I don't know, let's just remove that. Come on, show me something. Am I getting nadas? I must be getting a nada. What's going on? It all seems fine. I don't understand. We're getting locations? Oh, because I disabled. I forgot I did that. There we go. Alright, you're going the wrong way around, just as expected. Because that's minus. Okie dokie. It starts off the angle. So the next problem is you're offset the wrong way. So do I flip both of them, or is it just one of them? I don't know. No, it's just one of them. Looking at that. Probably that one. No. Okay, both of them. Okay. Last segment. Maybe that was a 40 before. That's, whoa, well too low. 90, 80. Oh. Okay. So, copy that. Euro 1, Euro 1, Euro plus, I think. No, this one is a minus. Plus, 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 minus, minus, plus, minus, minus, yeah. The flops. Keep the minuses, zeros to ones. And then we'll go. Wait. Going on. Okay. So we're getting that one again. Which I don't think is because this is backwards. The whole thing's backwards, isn't it? Probably that as well, though. Okay. Wait, did one disappear for a second there? That was weird. And there we go. It should be able to do a full spin now and everything should be fine. Hello again, kitty cat. What are you doing? Always ending at the correct place. The lines are always matching up with the other lines, always showing the intersections. Okie dokie. So by thy powers combined, should now give me all the lines that this intersects of the grid. It looks weird how it does that. I don't know why, it's something about the pattern of those things going at the same time. Whoa. Okay, something weird's going on there. I'm assuming that's just because of my line thing. I might, oh yeah, I've got duplicates with the IDs, don't I? I guess that one in particular has something weird going on. Whatever. Alright, let's just go turn it on fully. So now this will have duplicate IDs. Which is exactly the point of having this whole thing as an object, so I can get rid of those. Okay. So now this should show me the tiles. We seem to be missing one of the tiles, but okay. Tiles seem to be switching at exactly the correct times. Being added to the tiles at the right time, being removed from the tiles at the right time. Just that final tile's not there for some reason. Always. Wait, what? Was that just a problem? I think I just saw a problem. Hello, person who joined. Yeah, there are problems here. Feel free to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. So that part of the line should be perfectly perfect, but that one quadrant up there. But everything's all a positive. Which actually isn't, but anyway. Uh-huh. No. This tile is being intersected, but not lighting up. Something went wrong. Damn it. And that just becomes worse as it goes around, so that's one negative. Yeah, terribly wrong. And then with X and Y negative over here. I don't know why I didn't notice at the time though. It seems to be working there. But it did something over here. What did it do? I don't see it now. That one's got that same problem again. Not lighting up that tile. Why wouldn't it be lighting up that tile? Okay, undo. This should be working fine though. I mean, that rounding should be making it so it's basically a pretty unique number. Still. It shouldn't have any major jumping like it was doing. Oh wait, do you do something in here? Yeah. Oh, no, that's just the text that it puts. No, that is the ID. Okay. Oh, this damn map thing. Why am I doing map? What is this grossness? Okay, so I gotta fix that somehow. I guess I could just add a few more decimal places to it and that would do it. So it would be an array to string, because why not? That's the way it was done before, so let's do it again. No, what am I doing? Mass.round, I don't need to do it like that. That times 2 or 3 decimal. Let's just go to 2. That divided by that, and this whole thing's got to be in brackets. Is there a button for that? Yes. Recovery thing. Do that again. Gotta put it in brackets, otherwise it gets angry at math. That should be a 0, not an I. Why is it an I? I don't know. Oh, because it's I. Whatever. Wait, what is I? Yeah, that thing I should be equal to location, so this would be I0, I1. There we go. So that should get rid of the glitchiness, mildly, until they get too close together and just merge. Yeah. So somewhere within here. It might have been rounding back a tile, possibly? I'm not really seeing any problems. Oh, my X's are not changed. It's weird. Why are my X's not being changed? Is there something more going on here? It seems to be fine. Cat, what are you doing? What's going on? Why is that just a 2 and the other one is point something? And it's literally duplicated, it couldn't be that. The location is just whatever that thing is, the on-screen space. The ID is just the ID. What are you doing, kitty cat? That's the first time she's ever knocked something off the table. Please don't make a habit out of it, kitty. Get some attention. So I could only assume that the problem is coming from before, but again, this is duplicated. What happened to one happens to the other. Location is location, which is what gets passed through. This is happening to all of the numbers, so It's not just that one. I don't understand what's going on here. But it could be part of my problem. What is ID? Maybe I've got something in the displaying where it tries to round stuff for some reason. Yes, they are definitely rounded. What is this? Also rounded. Mostly. Okay. So within here, this should also be rounded. Yeah, sort of? No. You are what you're supposed to be. But you're... Oh, never mind. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is fine. The X's are all rounded in the X, or so it appears, and the Y's are rounded in the Y, or so it appears, because I'm just incrementing the numbers. It's got nothing to do with anything. And then if I just wanted more uniqueness before they get merged together, let's just add an extra 0. Okay. So that appears to be working perfectly fine. So again, I just add this. And now that's rounding it all. Maybe I should make some sort of a tile rendering. Because this possible 0.5 adding onto this thing could be what's causing the problem. Which is then just a display problem, not an actual problem. It would be displaying the correct tiles, it's just not the correct tiles. You know what, that actually could be the problem, couldn't it? Okay. Rather than doing all of these, I could just put it at the end. Kitty. Let's just grab you. That is what that is. That one is that one. And then we just don't put the 0.5. The problem now is it's just going to be in the very corners of each of the tiles. Yeah. I don't understand the, Or maybe that's just because it's weird to look at. No. This tile is not lit up. Wait, where is 0? I'm confused. Okay, let's make this a little bit easier to look at. Yeah. So, this tile apparently does not have anything in it. I guess that is not lining up, so that'd be intersecting this tile here, and then this one doesn't intersect till over here. And it's not intersecting that, so the only the up and down lines are only going as far as that tile, and the left and right ones would only be going as far as, I guess this tile. So that's the thing. Does the direction I round depend on the whatever? Okay. So there's something I have probably overlooked. It would be perfectly fine in its original locations, just remove that. Yeah, let's keep it rotating around the same direction. And let's remove all but negative y, x, I mean, should be that one. Well, actually, I probably don't have to worry about that. I don't need to remove them all, I just need to remove the ones that are running in that thing. The other one that's running there, which is this one. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's seeing this tile being lit up, where it should be that tile that's lit up. So I think for this, I'll need to be doing this independent. Okay. So that goes away. You become a sill. Don't do these 0.5s. I mean, I guess you could do the 0.5s now. Wait, do I want to seal both of them or just one of them? No. Wall that one still. No, the other way around. I want it to be that tile. It actually should be that... no, it should be that tile, I think. So how do I fix that? I can't just say minus 0.5. Yeah. Or can I? Oh. And that would put it on the correct tile. There you go. So just round it again after that. Okay, sure. That's a toggling into the other states. So that one should be correct. And I'm assuming I'd have to do the same thing to that one? What do I have to do to this one? Maybe nothing. Because that's still positive y. We only want to change the negative versions. Okay. So both of those should be fine now. Let's just add that because we can. So that should show all the correct tiles for this. Yep, seems to be switching to and from as it should be. Is the N1 always showing where the N1's supposed to go? Does appear to be. Okay. I do believe that is working correctly. Except now we got that problem. These are always starting at... Oh, we've got the one problem again. Maybe all of the ones we're silling, we can have it start at 0. and it's not going to do the backwards thing. Let's see. Well, seems to be working fine. Okay, on to the next one. What? So, plus... Huh? Ah, come on, Windows. Don't be showing me that I don't have antiviruses all the time. I don't have viruses. I hate virus protection. It doesn't protect you. It just annoys you and pretends to have viruses. Ugh. Oh, 90 degrees. So let's fix that one. That should be, I assume, this one. No, what is this? This is negative. Wait, what's this one? Is this the one? I remove both of those, does it go away? Yes, it does. Okay, first one. So this one, again, is negative x. So this should be the same for that one. I want to seal that. And I want to minus this. I also want to have that starting at a 0. Oh. Yeah, that one's not lighting up. So I think I want to do the same to that one. No, I didn't change it. Maybe I want to keep that as a floor. I'm confused. Hang on, what's the one that's backwards? I mean, wrong. Wait. How do I spell floor again? Oh, how do I... Yeah, it's 2 O's. I don't know why, but I thought it was the same length as sill for a second. What? Oh, not 0. Okay, so that's too low. And if I don't do that... What did I break? Oh. No. It's still not dropping fast enough. Oh, because it's showing the topmost one. Never mind. So when that's not right, it's because this line is intersecting that tile and this tile. That would be corrected by having the other one direction go, whatever it is. This is the up and down, I need left and right. That would fix that problem. Okay, so I guess I'll just have to assume that this would be correct with that being a sill and that being a minus, just like the one above it. Okay, because that one is also the negative one. Great. And the other two should just be the positive ones. And this one would now be a negative in the y, or opposite in the y or whatever. Which is confusing because it's screen space, wall space. Let's turn that off. I mean, it's highlighting all the numbers it should be highlighting. It's not skipping a square or anything. So this one should be skipping the square when I get it all sorted. So you need to be doing your thing. I'm not even paying attention to it as it's running. So this is left to right one. That tile is not lit up. It should be. So this is the Y, that is a minus, this is a floor. Sill. I don't know why it has to be a sill, but it's a sill. Okay. So as soon as we go one further down, it's activating. We're missing a thing, just as I predicted. That is a 0. Yeah, we got all of our lines. This seems to be good. Okay, next one. So that'd be this one. Add another 90 to it. So this one, the Y is going to be a negative. So that is a 0. That is a sill. No. That is a sill. That is a minus. And this one should be both positives. So you should be fine. So we're not missing a tile. It's rendering the most forward in that direction. I mean the most back in that direction, whatever. Most in one direction of that direction. So that seems to be all good. And this one should also be all good. Okay. And in that direction should have already been good in the first place. I don't have to even check that one. So, turn all of this on, and you know, just because I can. Add this to that one. And flare. I should now see all overlapping tiles that the line overlaps with no mistakes. I wonder if it's moving the end around the 0 point, or is it moving around the other point? No, it's around the other point, because they did that thing where it did the flippy flop. That's fun. Does the line get longer? Oh. Everything went disappeared. So it checks. Maybe I should make it go a bit faster. What was it? Yeah, 12 was the fastest I was going at before. Numbers always to be in a box. Well, I don't notice any inconsistencies. Have I finally done this damn thing? Let's pretend I have. Okay. Let's see what the debug says about this thing. I don't have any logs going or anything like that. Nope. This is being added to my debug thing, but that's completely separate. Nothing to do with the visualizer or anything like that. You know, let's just keep it as it is. So how does my debug thing work? I haven't used this in a very long time. I should just have to put a little piece of code at the beginning and the end of the function. Okay. Do I even use categories? No, I used to. Did I? Yeah. I used to have all my little things in different folders so I could have all the different debugging stuff grouped together, but I removed all that because I never really used it. Or some other reason. I don't remember. Or some sort of reason. I think I rebuilt it. The new collision system for quick detections or something. I don't know. Actually, I could go all the way at the end before the return. Oh. That's using like nothing. Displaying or not doesn't matter. It does seem to be getting less though. Is that relative to things? I guess it was just browser lag jump. Just still can't click that damn thing. Oh, I clicked it. Oh, it's because it's remove the thing. Doesn't change the performance if it's there or not. Or does it? Nah, I'd say that's just a built-in browser lag, maybe up on something. Okay, well, let's see how long I can make this line. I don't really care what that is. Okay, maybe what I do. Let's just say that is the same as this. Hang on, that's X. 0, 0. X will be 0. No, hang on. Y will be 0. X will be 10. So that's a line that should be 10 long. And everything still seems good, even though I changed the line's location. Oh, nope. That's not right. Okay, so we do have an error. That's going to be because of those -1s. But that shouldn't notice any difference. Yeah. Okay, let's up this thing. What if I had this 100? Yeah, it still doesn't seem to really care that much. It's caring a bit more, considering the length of this thing. I mean, that is quite large. But that all depends on the size of the grid tiles I want to be using. I'll have to be optimizing those. Because the smaller the grid tiles, the less code that's going to be running for collision checks is my intended use for this thing. Because it knows it's here and it's going to there, and that's obviously not anywhere near a collision with anything, so don't worry about it. But if I make the collision grid smaller, I mean bigger, it's doing less line checks, but then it's doing more possible collision checks. Because the grid's bigger, it's more possibility that it went by something, because anything within the range or a distance to it, basically. But anything comes close enough, then I'll have to check it for physics. Whatever. Let's try adding another 0. What's that gonna do? Oh, now we got some lag. Or do we? I don't know. I feel like it's going slower. I mean, it says I'm going at 16 FPS, but why? That could just be the rendering of something. In which case, yeah, that makes it go away. Okay. I gotta zoom out on this thing, though. Look at that nice gradient as I reach lower and lower levels of FPS. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But that's still reasonably low, I guess. You can see as it goes to like diagonal ones and straight ones. Diagonals at the most doing double the amount of stuff. Actually, I guess it's not double the amount of stuff, otherwise that would be way higher. Should be like way up here. I mean, I guess it sort of is. Maybe this is a bit of an average. No, this should be exact. I don't know. Makes the browser light go up and down. That's interesting. Oh wait, no, that's just medium. Browser's browser. This is just no performance until I turn it on. Blam! Performance spike. That's the performance it's using to just render stuff. Well, the debug thing actually is using quite a lot to render itself. I wonder what the actual math people use for this thing is, because this is what you'll need to do to light up pixels on your screen, and there's a very large amount of pixels on your screen, so if you wanted to draw a line from one side to the other, that's a lot of calculations. Oh wow, this looks so glitchy on my other screen. No clue what that looks like with compression. Anyway, well, there's that. So now I just gotta fix this little issue here. So when it goes down here, I should have 2 things on the wrong side, but I got 3 things on the wrong side. That could just be because the initial one is wrong. Interesting. How would I tell where that is? Huh. How do I tell what tile that initial place is intersecting if it's exactly on the line? I can't just not have it. But it would have to depend on the direction of the line. Well, that's a bit of a pain. I mean, I guess I could ignore it? No, I feel like that could cause a problem. Oh. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to go now. I just got to fix that last thing, and then I guess I'm going to get back to my physics engine. Which I didn't even think I was going to get this working in the slightest today. Damn. Considering I spent probably like the better half of 2 weeks on it, or 3 weeks, and that's just this run of it. I probably spent like a month and a half on this damn thing. It seems so easy this time. I did gain a whole lot of knowledge from doing it last time. Yeah. So I just gotta figure out how to do that last one. I guess if it's exact, it shouldn't count. Or I could go to, like, the next one. No, I don't want to have to do any special checks for it. But I guess I could for the first one. So I could do the whole thing again for the first segment and go back if it's the first one. That way I don't have to loop through it, I don't need all the extra loops for each individual one to see if it's the first one, I just do it for that one. Which does, again, double the amount of stuff I need to do, but I could probably compress all of this code into just one single... Well, I added 2 loops. I should be able to compress the whole thing into just 2 loops without any conditions, but no, I do need the conditions, because it's the positive-negative stuff. Damn it! Which means it has to be inside the loop if I would want those conditions. So, unless I can somehow mathematically do it, but even then it's going to be slower, the way I got it now should be one of the most efficient ways to do it in the style I've done it. Damn. So it's just going to be a big wall of text. Great. I wonder what happens if the other end of it happens to be landing at exactly 0. I mean, it should be doing that every time it reaches the top and bottom, but it's probably not exact. Other than the first one. In which case, it should just be rounding one further, I guess. I don't know, but it seems to be getting that one wrong as well. One tile's not lighting up, so I don't know. Whatever. Are there any people watching? I don't even know. Yes, kitty. Why are you wanting so much attention today? So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, probably. Actually, I'm so surprised they even came back today. Whatever. Okay, thanks, bye.